My name is Nila Madhava. Nila
Okay.
means blue,
Oh.
and Madhava is another name of God. And the title which we have is Das, D-A-S, and that means servant of God. So servant of Nila Madhava, because Madhava is another name of God. As we know, God has many, 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 many names. Currently, I'm also the managing director of the place.
Okay.
And I've been in this role since June 2020, during the time of the lockdown. We're here at the Hare Krishna Temple complex. We have just under 80 acres of the estate. It's founded by our founder, Swami Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. So hence the temple is named after him, Bhaktivedanta Manor. And we've been here since August of 73. Bhakti means devotion to God. Vedanta means the knowledge of devotion. And hence the temple which we're at is probably the biggest outside of India. In the number of pilgrims that come. We were just trying to calculate. We have just over 1.5 million visitors a year. We have a Vedic college here. We have a college. And so we have an introductory course, whole array of courses which you can select. It's called the School of Bhakti. And the residents here, they graduate as well. They go into various services. The temple itself has 23 departments, from the kitchen department to the grounds and the gardens and the cows, and so like that. There are 23 departments here at the temple. Before death, what would the practice would be to put a little holy substance. This is liquid. It's liquid which consists of milk, water, honey, sugar, and rose syrup. 5 items, and these are the items which are used to bathe the deities. So it's called Charnamrita in Sanskrit. Sanskrit is the oldest language in the world, I would say, mother of all languages. Charna means the feet, and Amrita means nectar. So it's Charnamrita, which is the bathing substance of the deities, is considered to be very sacred, and that is then put in on the tongue a little, together with a very sacred leaf, which is known as the tulsi leaf. This leaf is very dear to the Lord, and it is known to be called tulsi. So that's administered just on top of the tongue, and together with the holy dust, and that can go at the top of the head. Prayer is so important to us at the time when a person's about to leave. Because that then changes one's consciousness from a seemingly material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. One particular prayer during the time of departure is a very ancient prayer, and the meaning, the translation is really you're praying on behalf of the deceased, and the prayer goes that, my dear Lord, please remember all that I have done for you, for you are the ultimate beneficiary, so please do not forget me. This is a simple prayer, which is on behalf of the deceased, and that's chanted on a regular basis. In Sanskrit, it goes like this: Vayudanilam amritam atedam basmantam sariram Om krito smara kritam smara krito smara kritam smara. So this is a simple prayer. To me, it's simple.
Mm.
I apologize.
No,
But these, so if these prayers, even the translation, even if the English translation is chanted, it could be very beneficial for the person who we're about to lose. After departure, there's the mourning period, and within Hinduism, it varies because there's a whole spectrum of communities. I would say we're a community within a community. So the mourning period does vary, but in general, we do observe 13 days of mourning, during which time there are prayer. The lighting of a ghee wig or a candle is essential. Why? Because it sheds light onto the departed entity which has left us. So there would be a picture of the deceased individual, and we would have a candle or a ghee wig lit during the prayer. We are mainstream Hinduism, and the universal belief for Hindus is that we're not particularly these bodies. The body itself is a vehicle within which is the driver, and the driver of the vehicle is the soul, and the soul is your true identity. This is the basic belief. And the analogy, a good analogy, is that of the car and the driver. The driver can come out of the car and from a Ford can get into a Mercedes or a Rolls Royce. Depending on the affordability of the soul, um, the soul will then inherit a suitable existence. And it's all depends on karma. Now, the karma is a very strong belief within the Hindu faith. Together with karma, karma goes hand in hand with reincarnation. So these are the two fundamental beliefs within Hinduism. So in essence, there's no such thing as death because the soul is eternal. For the soul, there is neither death nor birth. So hence, it can be a very joyous occasion at the time of departure. It is important to have our consciousness in a spiritual consciousness or God consciousness, as it were. And in that way, if the consciousness is very much established in the spiritual plane, then the next existence can very much be a spiritual existence, which means there is no material birth and death. Oh yes,
Yes.
Indeed. It could be a very joyous occasion. Um, the belief is very much that this is the gross body, as it were. Within the gross body is the subtle body. Within the subtle body is where you are, the driver, the soul. And the subtle body can merge out, and the subtle body then has the ability to astral travel, near-death experiences, for instance. But there is a connection between the subtle body, which is where you're in, and the gross body, which is the material body. And that connection is considered to be the subtle umbilical cord. Once that is severed, then gross death occurs. That's when the the soul of the living entity, me, as it were, has the ability to then depart from the premises. And so these talks are the fundamental teachings within the Bhagavad Gita, which is the Hindu Bible.